Hey, how y'all doing? Rashad the Great Man. And it has come upon me to really make this video. We all see what's happening in the news with successful black men and different allegations. And I'm not a judge or a lawyer, so I'm not going to get into my opinions on the matter. But I just want to know the lessons that we can learn from being successful, men especially. And hopefully I can teach you how to deal with lust and some of the issues that lust brings. So without any further ado, you know what I'm gonna say, man. You know that it's gonna be about God. It's very God focused. So the more time, you gotta keep it busy. I'm sorry, but just not busy in the terms of career, which is important. We'll get into later. But the main aspect is you gotta stay busy. You got to stay working on your purpose, working on your goal, seeking the face of God. And as for some of you know right now, I'm not employed. I'm seeking employment, in my field, in the STEM field. But what I realized during this time, you got to stay busy. Whether that's for some, maybe applying for jobs, for others, working 9 to 5, sometimes working overtime, trying to get out of debt. And if you do have a job and you are out of debt, then maybe you can max out your retirement, because most people are not doing that. Most people not maxing out retirement. Most people not out of debt. So if you're not out of debt, then don't worry about retirement. Focus on your debt. But if you are out of debt, focus on maximizing your retirement. Focus on getting overtime. Make your schedule busy, man. That's the number one tip I can tell you. Have some activities. Get off your phone. Go into nature. Work out. I just finished working out. I work out for hours now. Since I'm not employed, I work out for hours. I make sure I put my physical health number one, my spiritual health number one. I make sure I deposit daily in my physical health, as well as my spiritual health, as well as my mental health, as well as my finances, as well as my soul and my family. I try to make little deposits. I might sometimes do an hour a day, talk to my mother or my parents. Sometimes I might put 2 hours into the gym or reading my word. Or sometimes, it's not always equal where you put or time management your time. But I try to, if I don't do anything, I'm going to get my workout in. I'm going to try to make time for reading a chapter of the Bible or devotional, or some type of scripture, some type of word, some type of sermon in my spirit. So again, make sure your schedule full. Make sure you're making those daily deposits in your mind, your body, your soul, your finances, your spirit. And that's going to make sure you have less time for the jump. Also, make sure you're going to bed early. Because what happens? What the song say? The freaks come out at night. Hey, freaks come out at night. So when you don't have time, usually people have a 9 to 5. So you really got to battle your 5 to 9. And some of you got kids. So be more involved with your kids' life. It's all about making that schedule. A lot of successful people, millionaires and billionaires, will tell you that when you are successful, or when you get to that level of success, you got to budget your time just like as well as you budget your money. You got to know when and where you're doing stuff. You got to check your schedule. You got to know your schedule in advance. You got to say yes to things that's going to make you richer and wealthier and successful, and that's going to help out your family, and no to the things that's going to deter all that. But like I said, man, the only way to control lust is having a strong relationship with God, making your schedule, airtight schedule, spending more time in your word, spending more time at church, Bible study, fasting, praying. These are all the ways that you can minimize the lust and stay faithful to your wife, stay faithful to your girlfriend in your relationship. And I don't have all the answers, but I'm just doing what the things that's work for me. I don't have time to watch porn because I'm applying for like 20, 30, 40 jobs a day. Taking the whole day and applying for jobs and going to sleep. Working out, eating, applying for jobs the whole day. One day I might study for my cybersecurity 701 exam. You understand what I'm saying? When you spend so much time on your goals, so much time on your dreams, so much time with your family, you ain't got time for the rest. You telling me if you 5 or 6 figures in debt, you got time to watch porn or be with Angela? You ain't got time. Trust me. I was working 7 days a week and I was only in a part-time job, working 7 days a week, 6 days a week, overtime, 42 hours at a time. How does a part-time worker make 42 hours? Because most people don't want to work. Most people want to have fun. Most people don't want to be successful. I don't care what you say. If your actions are not backed, your words are not backed by your actions, you are a liar. I'm going to call you a liar straight in your face. What you going to do about it? But I love you and I want you to win. That's why I'm trying to be honest with you. I tell the truth out of love, but I'm also going to be brutally honest. And like they say, give it to you blood raw. Because I want you to win. I'm tired of black people, minorities. We making the least. We graduating the least. We the most in debt. The most divorced. I'm not going to lie to you on this channel. Whether you watch this, I'm going to be all right. I want a growing, thriving YouTube community. And I appreciate all my new subscribers. But I'm never going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm never going to lie to you. I'm never going to try to clickbait you. And if it is going to be clickbait, it's going to be helping you get to the next level. So again, make your schedule busy with positive activities, with hobbies, with traveling, if you're out of debt. Heck, if you in debt, like 70% of these Americans, you ain't got time to jerk off. You should be working overtime. Ask your boss, how can I pick up more shifts? Can I come in earlier? Can I stay later? I don't understand people have so much time for the fugaziness. Cut off social media. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got time, start watching movies. Watch less movies. If you go to a movie once a month, there's nothing wrong with downtime. But when you broke, when you overweight, when you obese, you ain't got time for the downtime. Trust me. Man, I remember I had a friend when I was working Publix in the deli. He asked me every day, Rashad, let's go do paintball. Rashad, paintball is cheap. Rashad, come on, man. He never offered to pay, but by the time I got out of that, he was gone. He wasn't even at the Publix deli anymore. He was already fired, or he just didn't want to work. Man, Tahiti will be there. Cozumel, Mexico will be there. Dubai will be there. London will be there. Trust me. The cruises will be there. Focus on getting out of debt and staying out of debt forever, so you can be an asset to your future spouse, so you can be an asset to your kids. Your kids got to be in debt too? That's not love. I'm going to make another video on that. How to love your kids financially. Not just by buying them stuff. But sometimes you got to make sure they are debt free. Make sure that college is paid. Make sure you have life insurance. Make sure you have a trust. Make sure you have a will. In your trust in your will. I got to work on my will and trust right now. I mean, I'm not going to get into all that, but you know what I'm saying? It's ways you need to love your family. And you can't love your family being unfaithful. We don't need more unbroken homes. We don't need more multiple baby mamas. We're already number 1. Look up the statistics. Black women are number 1 for multiple baby mamas by they have multiple men, multiple kids by multiple women, multiple kids by multiple men. I ain't making this up. I love my people. I'm trying to free my people from being out in debt, as much people as I can. Don't subscribe to my channel if you don't want that work, if you don't want that smoke, if you don't want the truth. Asians are kicking our butts. Asians are number 1 in marriages. Number 1 in college graduates. Not just in college. Not just enrolled, college graduates. Number 1 for college graduates. Number 1 for marriage. Number 1, they make more money than anybody. They make more money. Look it up. The average Asian making like $74,000 a year. I haven't even yet made that yet, but I will. I will get 6 figures. Mark my words. I will get 6 figures this year. I will get 6 figures this year. After taxes. No matter where I live. My goal is to make 6 figures by my birthday. I will make 6 figures. I will build up my relationship with God. I will study. I will apply for jobs. I will network. I will get to the 6-figure mark this year. And when I get there, I might tell you about it. I don't know. I got to keep them gold diggers off me. But anyways, Rashad the Great, make sure you don't spend time with Angela today. Make sure you don't spend time on Cornhub today. Make sure you're spending time with God. Growing that relationship. If you're single, spend even more time with God. If you're married, spend even more time with God. Say, okay, tell your spouse, I got to be in my prayer closet. Give me an hour. I need to be in my prayer closet. But when you're single, you ain't got you got unlimited time to work on yourself. But they asked Rashad, why you been single over 11 years? You just heard it right. Over a couple weeks ago, I didn't celebrate, but I had my 11-year anniversary of being single. Why? Because I have high standards for myself. I know the type of woman that I want and I need. I know the type of person and the type of caliber of man I am. And I will not back down from that. I will not back down. Now, you can watch previous video to know what I'm looking for in a woman. I'm not going to get into that right now. The focus of this video is lust. And it has destroyed a lot of successful men. Drugs. If you can avoid drugs, debt, and being involved with the wrong woman, you'll be ahead of every man in the world. You'll be in the top 1% of men in the whole entire world, not just the nation. If you can avoid drinking and smoking, if you can avoid being in debt, if you can avoid lustful and woman and not being faithful to your spouse or faithful to your relationship. If you stay faithful, if you stay debt free, if you stay in shape, you will be in the top 1% of everyone, not even males, just everyone in the whole world. Trust me, I'm doing the work every day, going to the gym every day, praying every day, reading my Bible every day, going to church every Sunday, Bible study. Now, if I'm sick, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to spread anything to anybody. But I'm just saying, man, do the work so that we can get the results. So God can say, well done, my good and faithful servant. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. No woman is worth, or no side chick is worth, no OnlyFans model is worth you selling your soul. You losing out on $100 million over some box. You losing your job over some box. You losing your family over some box. You losing your friends over some box. You losing your mind over some box, over some woman that don't like you, don't know you. Nah, we're going to be high quality men of integrity, a higher quality man of standard. And this video is long because it's been prevalent. I'm not a virgin myself, but one of my biggest regrets in life is not being a virgin. That's one reason why I decided to be abstinent, so I can make God happy, so I can make God smile. And I'm with you, man. I'm praying for you that we can be real men. This message is to all the real men, and share this to all the real men and boys and men and nephews and cousins and your husband and your spouse. We can conquer this devil. We can slay this Goliath. We can conquer this spirit. Because we don't wrestle with flesh and blood. No. We wrestle against spiritualities, principalities in dark places. We wrestle against the devil. We wrestle against spirits. So it's going to take a lot of work, a lot of praise, a lot of worship, a lot of prayer, a lot of reading your Bible. Tap into God this season more than ever. Study your word this season more than ever. And I promise you, it's going to be the greatest thing that you ever did in your life. Hey, God bless you and keep you as my prayer. Rashad the Great. Turn your notifications on. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Have a great one.